We rushed quickly to the scene to find out what really happened, but we got conflicting reports.
I saw him eyeball to eyeball. If only I know how to, I can rescue the person, I would have gone to rescue the person.
There's one lady that claimed that he lost the brother, but later found the brother. So when people raise alarm, we have to rush there. But I went very far. Where I went is up to 6 meters or more.
The shocking thing, however, is that everyone carried on normally, like nothing ever happened. NEMA on Thursday had issued a warning of a possible ocean surge, advising beach fun lovers to desist from swimming deep into the ocean, while the management of the beaches were also advised to operate in optimal alertness, especially during this period. There's reason to believe that NEMA's warning may not have been heeded, particularly with regards to the bar beach. For such huge number of people, only 2 lifeguards were said to have been on duty at the beach from our investigations. And at the time of this report, no one came out to complain of their missing teenage boy. But then again, how many people go missing at the beach without being noticed? Adeshewa Josh, Channels.
Shocking and indeed sad it is, and for this reason we would like to repeat that warning by NEMA, which says that there are signs of turbulence and an ocean surge. NEMA is hereby advising fun lovers against swimming deep into the water. Well, residents of Ajegule community in Ajeromi, Ifelodun local government area of Lagos look forward to el-Fitri celebrations every year. Sharing and almsgiving, 2 practices observed by Muslims during this season, are just some of the things that make the day special. Our correspondent Kelvin Obete reports.
Ajegule is a multi-ethnic community that pictures a people with a common lifestyle. You may call it a city that never sleeps or jungle city. You will always find busy streets during festive periods, even with a long Eid al-Fitri holiday that roll into the weekend. Within the community, some streets appear to be quiet, not much to be seen of a festivity. A few children are, however, seen around in their festive attire. But on Taiwo Street, it is a different situation.
This street is also known as Hausa Lane. Majority of residents here are Hausas, specifically Muslims.
At least, the crowd here shows that something special is going on.
Today we are going to do a happy celebration around after Salah, after Jama'atu. We are going to operate here again, like we do yesterday. Yeah, we are magicians, they are here with us very soon.
Alhaji Shehu Rabiu is the head of the Hausa community in Lagos. He is an example of a Muslim who observes the zakat, which involves almsgiving.
Our Prophet Anabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam telling us that to give that charity out to help a poor, so that Allah may forgive your mistake you make in your fasting.
But many are not able to carry out this obligation owing to several reasons, including high cost of living.
Assuming you know how the country is be to people, where things are not going well. So when you do, you celebrate Salah, but maybe you didn't eat anything in your house. Nothing, no work, no job.
One attribute you find among Hausas is oneness, and this is found in sharing. Despite economic setback, the essence of Eid al-Fitri keeps the celebration mood on. From Ajegule, Kelvin Obetin, reporting for Channels Television News.
In part 2, after the break, Muslims continue celebration of Eid al-Fitri today. That's in a moment. Please join us again. Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos. So a reminder of our top stories. 2 former heads of state commiserate with Governor Fashola in Lagos over the death of his father. A teenager drowns at the Bar Beach less than 24 hours after NEMA issued ocean surge warning. Police step up surveillance across the nation to ensure hitch-free holiday. And 2 pilots working for Turkish Airlines abducted in Lebanon near Beirut's international airport. Now do remember that all our top stories are on our websites, channelstv.com and on youtube.com/channelsweb. If you're on the go, please visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on an iPad, iPhone or BlackBerry. And you can also download the Channels TV app for Android and Nokia 920 from their respective stores. The destitute in Lagos State are using the festive season to call on philanthropists to assist them. Our correspondent Henry Ogunjimi visited the Beggars Colony in Ebutemeta, a suburb of Lagos, where residents thanked individuals who made their el-Fitri memorable.
28 Okobaba Street, Ebutemeta, houses the destitute community in Lagos State. Inside the facility, residents go about with different forms of disabilities. It's Eid al-Fitr, marking the end of Ramadan, and customary to the season, the community receives gifts and food items from well-meaning organizations and individuals.
We thank God we celebrated Eid al-Fitr in a good condition, and we thank God that Lagosians that are coming to visit us, both Muslim and Christian, are coming to visit us and give us some gifts, and we enjoy ourselves with our children and with our family. We enjoy it. May God bless them.
But they say the education of their children is another area they want people and organizations and even government to look into.
We here in the destitute, we need help, and we don't want our children to be as we are. We want to educate our children so that our children can be leaders of tomorrow. And now that we say it's not because of God created that we should be isolated from the society. We thank God the society do embrace us anytime that they feel like.
As these Nigerians celebrate the Eid al-Fitr, it is also their hope that they are not completely neglected until another festive period. From the Okobaba home for the destitute here in Lagos State, I am Henry Ogunjimi, reporting for Channels Television News.
Now, away from those celebrations, the last few weeks have presented serious security challenges in most parts of the country, particularly in northern Nigeria, where many people have been killed by the militant group Boko Haram. Now, with this long Eid al-Fitr holiday, how well can the police guarantee the safety of lives and property? That's one of our highlights tonight.
The first thing the Nigerian police force is doing is looking at how to ensure that Nigerians have a crisis-free, a violence-free, and generally a hitch-free Salah celebrations. And it is in line with that objective that the Inspector General of Police, IGP MD Abubakar, has just ordered a watertight security nationwide. I will tell you that specifically, the IGP has directed Zonal Assistant Inspector General of Police, Command Commissioners of Police to ensure an increased security surveillance, both overt and covert, high visibility patrols, as well as tactical police presence in all nooks and crannies within their areas of jurisdiction. The police in this regard will be paying very close attention to places of worship, motor parks, the highways, amusement parks, entertainment centers, big shopping malls, as well as our international borders.
The security situation so far, what are we seeing right now across, especially flashpoints in the country?
Reports for the past 24 hours has been quite encouraging. Most of the states in the southeast, in the northeast, are calm. The situation report nationwide is okay. We are very hopeful, cautiously hopeful, that with all the strategies we've put in place, with all the sacrifices of the men of the Nigerian police force, of the men of the Nigerian armed forces, of our colleagues in the DSS and other law enforcement agencies, and of course, the support we are receiving from the various state governments and Nigerians generally, I think we'll come back to you in the next couple of days to say, oh, it was a beautiful Salah celebration. It was a wonderful holidays.
So you're saying there's nothing to be afraid of, because most of these terrorists, they prefer to come out on days like this?
I don't speak like a prophet. I speak based on the facts on the ground. And I'm saying we are cautiously hopeful that things will work out well. We are human beings, we are strategists, and we can just do what human beings can do. And what we are doing operationally and both in the intelligence world, we remain hopeful that all will be well.
Now, what is in a name? That may be the question police authorities have to answer after it emerged that Sergeant Christopher Omeleze stole someone else's identity to enlist in the force. The policeman, who has since been dismissed for soliciting a 25,000 naira bribe, spent over 21 years in the force undetected.
How do I live? If I drop all the I've told you. See, should I show you my ticket?
Listen. Not be
$50,
$20, and other dollars they did.
But I told you I have to pay excess luggage. That was where I offered
so
you.
all those that $50 and this, by the time you will use all of them for excess luggage.
Okay.
Now with the speak grammar, because by the time when speak no go day 2 of us, you go get my own because I will continue my work.
Caught on hidden camera soliciting a bribe with devastating consequences.
If it's possible from that side they come here, you think I will still be inside?
So in less than 24 hours after we got wind of that story, the police officer was identified. He was arrested. He was detained. He has since been conclusively tried in an orderly room trial, and as I'm speaking to you, he is no longer a serving police officer. Sergeant Christopher Omeleze has been dismissed from the Nigerian police force.
That dismissal is too harsh. The action taken against him is too harsh.
For somebody who is corrupt, I will not run a corrupt police service.
Thank you. The disgraced and dismissed police officer who employed deception in law enforcement.
Yeah, was you? I bet that motor, that jeep when I carry come out for here. It's not ready. You just tell Oga make you book him. I want them over, beg.
As a matter of fact, he made no calls. What he simply did was to blackmail. Those were antics of